You are listening to the podcast To Be Single or Not to Be by Shanna Montana, a podcast where we talk about the single life, dating, and relationships so you can make a decision at the end of each episode to be single or not to be. All right, so today's topic is, are you really ready for marriage or a relationship? And I know that this is a hot topic because it's one that I personally have to evaluate on a regular basis because my stance on it really does change more than I probably would like to admit sometimes. And I know that in this day and age, it's very easy for us to look around and think, that a relationship or a marriage is what you want because you see everybody else doing it or everybody else has it and you start to think, I want it too. But do you? So I think if you want it, you have to be really ready for all the things that come along with it. So today I have a couple of guests in the building who can add some spice to this conversation, and they are
I'm
T-Baby.
T-Baby from the silk. Hey, I'm Tori.
Everybody is Shamika, also known as Positively Me.
Hey, I'm just Crystal. I don't have a whole bunch of nicknames. Actually, I do have a ton of nicknames, but I'm not going to disclose all of those. But yeah, this is Crystal. How y'all doing?
All right. So I know we laughing, but we about to get to some serious stuff, y'all. All right. So tell me, we're going to do a quick round table to surveil the room and tell what space you're in right now. And when I say what space, listeners, what I mean by that is, are you dating? Are you in a relationship? Are you open to a relationship? Are you looking? Whatever the case may be. And so, T-Baby, we know you married, so you don't have to reply. So we're going to go right here.
So I think actively open says it perfectly. I'm actively discovering who I am and doing the work. And if somebody happens to come along, I'm open to seeing where it goes.
I like that. I'm still there. Me too. There you go. Me too.
Description. Well, I'm single. Single and dating, not necessarily dating the person I think I should be in a relationship with.
One.
Right, definitely not dating the one as of yet, but I'm open to more dates so I can potentially find the one and be in a relationship.
Yes. So tell me, how comfortable are you ladies in that space that you're in? Because I know sometimes we wind up in spaces that we might not have intentionally got there, we might not have planned to be there, but we're here. So how comfortable are y'all with that? Because I'm somewhat comfortable. I think this is a great topic for me to talk about because some days I'm comfortable, some days I'm not. Some days I'm lonely, some days I'm like, fuck these niggas. And some days I'm like, I'm here for the good fight. So my stance on it just changes.
Yeah.
On a consistent basis.
I think for me, I feel like as a single woman, for the most part, with the experiences that I've had in this dating world, I feel like honestly, I'm more content when I am just single and not dating.
Why?
It's like I feel like when I bring men into the equation, they just continuously disappoint me and bring stress, unnecessary stress, unwarranted stress into my life, and I'm just like, I wasn't dealing with all this when I was just doing me and
sleeping
doing
in
what
my
I
bed
wanted
like
to
a starfish.
Yes, and hugging my pillow every night. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as soon as you bring, that extra energy and the extra person into the equation, it's like, bro, like, do you know how peaceful I was
before you
showed up and before you came along? So like, why would I want my peace disrupted? Like, I just want somebody that can add to it,
add value
instead of taking it away from me like that. So I mean, like, I'm not giving up. Like I said, clearly I am still dating.
Right.
But I'm just still in search of that person that can provide the same peace that I feel like I provide to
yourself.
myself.
And tell me this, to add on to that, you mentioned about like disappointment. How do you feel like you get to that place of dealing with men that are disappointing you? Do you feel like it's a lack of better judgment with the selection, or the selection just not good? How do you think you wind up in that space where the men are out here disappointing you?
Well, I mean, I deal with men that just flat out lie. Like, they say one thing and do another.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm the type of person, like, you can take me at my word. Like, if I tell you I'm going to do something, and then if I can't do it, I'll communicate it. But if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, but if not, I can follow up and let you know what the word is. But I'm not going to just leave you hanging.
Right,
If you somebody, I'm interested in and trying to get to know, or even if you a stranger, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not going to do nobody like that.
Treat people how you want to be treated.
Absolutely. So I just have that mindset for myself. So I, like I said previously in our other podcasts, I feel like what you put out, you get back, but I don't feel like I be getting that back from these men, and that's an issue for me. So it is very disappointing when I feel like I do things out of the goodness of my heart, and I'm trying to be genuine and upfront and forthcoming with things, and I don't get that in return. And consistently do not get that in return. It does become very disappointing and disheartening and exhausting.
Yes. Understandably so. I can completely relate to that, because I sometimes feel like that's one reason I know I'm in a space where I won't settle any longer, because I know what I'm capable of giving on every single level. And I'm like, if I'm willing to give 100% of all these things, why should I sacrifice somebody who's only going to give me a piece of that? And so I can get it. I understand. Yeah. I relate. So what do you think? How do you, feel about the space that you are in?
I think that actively open, to be honest, is probably a safe space.
Okay.
And I say
about
that
safe spaces.
Yes, and I say that too because in getting to know me and dating me, of course you're gonna try your best not to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That comes with the open piece of, if you come and knowing myself, I'm like, okay, this either gonna be a good time or this gonna be a really bad time. But also in not saying that I'm dating or not dating, that sense of like being hurt from somebody coming in and you like investing your time and being hurt when it don't turn out to be what it is.
Right.
At least that room to be like, you know what? We wasn't really doing nothing anyway, so
right.
I'm happy I knew up front.
Yeah.
And I say that because the guys that I have talked to, and this year, because this year has been, a year of like, okay, you can go to dinner.
Year of discovery.
Yeah. They'll just tell you up front, like, you know what? I just want to go with the flow. I hate that phrase. Just being honest.
That no expectations.
That's a triggering phrase that just go with the flow. Like, what? I take things day by day.
So you ain't got no job.
Like, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
That and the fact of they will tell you real quick, or at least the guys that I've met, I don't want to be your friend. Okay, well if you don't want to be my friend,
what do you mean by that? What's that mean?
Apparently people are afraid of the friend zone. And the way my friend zone work is any typical, I ain't trying to have a football team, but that I do this analogy. If you on a team, at some point, you're going to get some playing time. And if you're a great player, you don't get taken off the field or off the court.
Right.
So, if you're afraid to even be placed in the zone or placed in the game, what am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
So, then you also can't get mad when I actually do put some people in the slot. Because then they actually they giving time, they showing potential. So
they
that
play the game, they get a player.
So when these seasons
but
go
Michelle
through,
Obama say, nobody wants to lose and play on their team.
So then when these seasons get through, I know who's gonna be on the All-Star team and who didn't make the cut.
Who gonna be on the bench? Who on JV?
Not even on the bench, because the way I'm playing now is we playing for keeps.
Yeah.
So if you done made it known this ain't where you want to be, I am at that place where Shamika is okay. Well, you know what? Thank you for letting me know. Lose my number. Right. And if you didn't have my number, you say in the DMs, that's even better, because you saved me from having to block you. Thank you.
You gotta block them on social media too.
I was gonna say, you still want to block them?
Block them.
But it's easier to block them on social
Somebody literally made the post that was like, why am I gonna block you? Jesus says he prepares a table before my enemies. You gonna watch me bless.
You gonna watch me
be
blessed. You gonna watch me
this
blow up. You gonna watch it. Now, do you all feel like, I know we kind of touched on this with Crystal, as a single woman, do you guys sometimes feel like it's easier to just be like, F it, I'm just gonna be alone forever?
Yep.
Why?
That's a safe space, I think.
Is that again a safe space?
Not for me. Cause I don't want. That's not what I want.
Okay.
So it's not safety for me. Like that's scary almost to think forever. I just have this. Not that I'm not enough for me, because I have a ball by myself. Don't get me wrong. Right. I'm not a boring person at all.
You just know what you want.
But yeah, I do know what I want, and to think that out of all the billions of people on this earth, there's not one for me. Just one. All I want is one. I'm not a cheater. I want to be in a monogamous relationship with one person that wants the same thing with me.
Agreed.
And that just kind of makes me a little sad to think that forever I can't find that ever. For the rest of my life,
scary.
You know what I mean?
So no, that's not 7 billion people in the world, and I can't get one guy.
Yeah, it's not safe for me.
I think it also goes to the point though too of, we hear a lot of women say, or men even, it was when I wasn't looking that I found them.
Oh, I read that somewhere.
So
they say a lot of times a person will show up when you get to a place where you don't need to date or don't feel it.
There they go. So I think for me, it's the combination of saying it, but in my heart believing that now that I'm in this space, that I'm not actively looking, it's just gonna fall into place.
Yeah.
Just trusting that it will. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, just having that trust that it will happen. You just gotta chill.
But then on the flip side, you got folks saying, "Well, sis, how you gonna find you if you don't leave the house?" So like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So you can't, y'all can't be sitting at the house just.
They brought
I guess it be like with talking about it's gonna come that if you leave the house, if we go out, say we go to a festival or something, that you're not out there trying to like shoot your shot to all the brothers you see.
No.
So I think letting it come means that like you do have to, you're not presenting
that. It's because you want to.
Want to.
It ain't because like I want to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to attract this guy with my clothes and my looks are
absolutely.
winking. So I think the fact of letting it come to you means that if I'm in these environments, you do have to leave your house. And I'm going to things and I'm, experimenting, with dating sites, whatever you want to do. But you are still allowing things to flow and come to you that you aren't trying to force it. They say if you get somebody's number and it just so happens that, the communication may not be that great, that you were like, okay, well, that's not it. I'm not going to try to force this man or person to be with me. So I think, say, let go and, be free.
So, a little comedy. We saying, he ain't gonna find you if you don't leave the house. I leave the house to go to work. I leave the house to go to church.
Yep.
So, if I see you in traffic on the way to work,
car.
I see you in traffic on the way to work, that means that you got a job. If I see you at church, you got Jesus.
Hello.
There we go. I left the house enough, and if I see you in one of them two places, I know you good.
Perfect.
This is true. You definitely got
grocery store, you got food.
Yeah.
I like me some food.
Well, they can deliver that now. That's what I wouldn't even leave you for that.
A lot of different ways to get it. So, what do you think, as a married woman, since we are talking about taking these leaps and desiring companionship, how did you know you were ready to take the leap? I know you talked a little bit about how you kind of knew he was the one, but how did you know you were like ready to be married? Because that's a scary thought for me.
It is. No, marriage was like, because I come from a divorced household.
Okay.
And my mom is remarried. I've known him since I was like 14. So I do know what a successful marriage looks like. Mm-hmm. But knowing that my parents got divorced, marriage was just one of those things I was like, is it? But I think it got to a point where when I got closer to Christ and started developing a relationship versus religion, I think was one of the main things, because I understood his purpose for me being with Mel, and I understood my place in Mel's life, and I understood that marriage was one of those steps that would fulfill that.
Okay.
Basically. So marriage was one of those things that I was nervous about on like a personal level, but I understood the bigger picture, our future generations, our life together, what we can do together was bigger than what I feel like.
So you understood the bigger picture too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
I think it just got to a moment where I was like, I think we're about to be together anyway, so
might as well.
It's like I get the bigger picture, so
yeah. That makes sense. So since you are what some may say is a younger bride because you are in your 20s,
I think I'm a baby.
So do you, during that time, because you are younger, did society or your family or anybody apply pressure or make it, anything more than the bigger picture? Do you feel like it was any kind of extenuating or outside things kind of putting that on you to be like, girl, you need to go, you need to lock this one down? Yeah. Did you have anything like that?
Pinterest is probably my biggest pressure. Because
What?
not from friends or family. Because most of my friends at the time, when I was dating, they were single.
Okay.
And when we got engaged, became married, that's when they got in their serious relationship. So I never had that pressure from friends for real. And not from family. I think my mom knew what I wanted. Okay. And she knew how I felt about him. So she was like, she would play with me about little stuff, but nothing like, girl, y'all need to get married. Nothing serious or anything. But no, yeah, social media would definitely be, society would be the main pressure. But I just think that comes with our generation, like everything.
That's everything. What we see, the media pressures and affects every single thing that we do, it seems like. Yeah. So tell us, so why do you guys think that, we're kind of talking about relationships, marriage, things of that nature. And I know we've encountered people that with that go with the flow shit, no expectations. Why do you feel like why do you guys think some people just aren't even willing to attempt a relationship or don't want to be vocal about it up front? Like, want to play that game. I think it's a game they're playing because ultimately I feel like if you're sitting there telling me you take stuff one day at a time, you probably don't want a relationship. And you could just say that. You could just verbalize that. And then you have people on the other hand who will do everything like they're in a relationship, but they really are not, and they damn sure are not given a title or any of that kind of stuff.
I've been
a situationship.
I've been in a situationship.
Right.
Yep, I've met him. Yep.
So why do you think people kind of play that game and don't really want to give a relationship a real shot?
So, Mr. Situationship.
Okay.
Yeah, he was real open and vocal though about where he was in life.
Okay.
And that's
like what? Like, give me some more
I
details.
was like, that's when I realized that I was in a different area, because I was able to say no and not be like, oh, but he's so honest. Like, hold on, you telling me who you are? We good.
Yeah.
But he was very vocal on one. I don't know if I want kids. I know I want to be married because I want to have somebody to come home to, but I don't think I want to do that now. And then even in the standpoint of, it was very much upfront, like after about, I don't know, a couple of weeks of, talking and like chilling, make sure you only do what you can handle, because I'm cool no matter where this goes.
Right.
And when he hit me with the I'm cool no matter where this goes and do what you
Oh,
can
he said
handle,
that to you?
Yeah, I was like,
I probably would have cried.
No,
because I was
he said, make sure you do what you can handle.
yeah, because like, so we were
I thought you said that.
No,
I'm like
literally we're
he
in
was
the
bold.
yes,
Yeah, I'm like, how did
literally
you take that? Like, do I go
what
home?
were we doing? No, so we had been texting, and so communication was on point. We texting, we call, we see each other. I get the, I hope you had a great day, or I know it might have been a stressful day today because you had a presentation. Like, everything.
Like, you paying attention to details.
You very attentive. Not to give away too many details. We saw each other in, frequent places. So, like, he would literally,
he knew exactly what he wanted.
If he knew some stuff was going on, he'd be like, I saw you earlier today. You look kind of puzzled. Like, I hope the meeting went well, blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
So he was picking up on a lot.
Yeah. So, like, we literally maybe like a month or two in, and we out, talking, just having a good time. He literally was like, I have to say this now. He was like, because we've had the conversation, you say, you're not really ready for a relationship. Because at that point, I wasn't.
Right.
But I enjoyed what I classified as his friendship. Like, I enjoyed his time,
company.
the companionship. Yeah, I'm like, I can see where this go. And he was like, I just need you to understand, because I've had women fall for me. So at that point, I'm like, okay, you look cocky.
This nigga Sagittarius, but it's Trey Songz.
But I can see it the way you described him.
September baby.
Oh, God.
People will fall for that.
Dang, birthday coming up. Anyway, so
he was very charismatic.
Yeah, like, so he was like, I just want you to know that, please don't do anything you're not comfortable with, because I'm okay no matter where this goes. If it don't work out, it don't work out.
So
if it doesn't work,
was this a text or what? A phone call? How did he say
No.
this?
This in person?
So we had conversations about how I like to communicate.
Yeah.
And I was like, one, I need you to be honest with me. Please be open. If something's happened, just let me know. Like, it was one of those, like, I don't like being lied to.
Right.
So even if it's gonna hurt my feelings, I need to know, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be made a fool of.
Right.
He respected that enough that I was not made a fool of. We had that conversation, and we had it face to face, so I could see him and know he's being serious.
What did you say?
Because I told you I like face to face, so I can see.
Because I'm like, he's low key. He's bad material. He just don't
Not yet in 30 years.
He just don't want to be.
Well, in about 10 years.
Not right now.
He's still trying to be a player.
He just don't want to be.
I mean, what I said was that legit turned into a conversation of, okay, well, what I'm comfortable with is exactly what I told you. I don't I'm not ready for a relationship unless you saying you want to try. But if you telling me right now, this is basically like, you in it just to get some, because he already made it clear he doesn't like sleeping alone. So at that point, we didn't even have a conversation. I told you I got all the communication.
What you
He had to
want?
be 40. How old
No,
is he?
he was only 23.
What?
Yes.
She was dating Steve Harvey.
He should be doing communication seminars.
So, we literally, like, the communication was just open. And I think it was too because we were honest with each other enough, and nobody looked shocked. The conversation happened, have you ever cheated? Because I'm not a cheater. My last relationship ended because of cheating. Like, I don't do... And the conversation was, I have. Did I feel guilty about it? Yes. Would I cheat again? If I felt like I was going to, I would tell that person.
Girl, he told you he would cheat
I
on
felt
you.
like...
I was like...
I wish y'all could see our face. Because
Yes, everybody's face is like... The same way my face was during this conversation, because all these conversations, like... was the night I said, you know what? I'm happy we had this conversation. I'm out. Like,
what the SpongeBob post said? All right, I'm gonna head out.
Because I was like, we can't. So the thing was, we can't be friends because, unfortunately,
You don't even know.
I didn't disclose
You don't
I was
need a
catching
friend like
feelings.
him.
Yeah, with that, and I was catching feelings, and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, this a nigga who's telling you that, like, no matter what happened, I'm good. So if you
Yeah.
catch feelings, this isn't gonna
This
be
is on
anything.
you. I ain't gonna be.
It's on
Yeah.
basically
Wow.
that was it. Like, you can't blame me at this point.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he
But
was
once
telling you.
again,
Wow.
although, like I said, one, no, we can't be together. We can't be friends. He still somewhat has my respect. Somewhat. And that is because we had that conversation and you told me up front and you gave me the option to leave versus knowing that's who
Stringing
you
me
are
along.
and doing all those things I told y'all he was doing without telling me, like, but I want you to know I'm still going to be a dog.
I'm confused because you couldn't have been the first girl he told that to.
Not at all.
Not.
So I'm like,
This
And they
nigga
don't tell
had-
me how many chicks he was talking to
had
at
a
that time.
He had some notes in his
He
phone.
probably, so he probably had so many females on rotation because that's when I understand. Okay, so that's also the time frame. So disclosure, I've only been in like one major relationship. So this was when I got the breakdown of what was dating, what was talking, and when we're in a relationship.
Right.
So just because we're dating does not mean we exclusive,
Right.
etc.
Right.
very
Absolutely.
true, very true.
We weren't even dating and we weren't even talking. We were just getting to know each
Each
other.
other,
right.
So
Right.
like, and I think that gave him the room too to probably be a little open and honest. Cause like, we ain't dating, we ain't got no
Yeah,
ties. I can
you
just
feel
be
comfortable.
Like,
myself.
you just whoever.
Exactly.
It's
So
the way he gave it to you. Like I feel
Straight
like I
no
want to meet
chaser.
him.
Like,
yeah,
How
like
old is he now? Like,
finna be 25. This, like I said, this.
but
I'm
let me
young
tell you,
boy.
if y'all haven't listened to the episode about the one, if a man ever tell you, I hope you okay or whatever, because I'm gonna be straight
He
no matter
ain't
what
the
happens,
one.
he is not.
Yeah,
the one.
he
Because
definitely
that's
ain't
some
the
smooth criminal type
And I
shit.
want y'all to understand,
might be
I'm
a
not
criminal.
hurt. I'm not upset. And because of situations that I had been in the past,
You knew.
so I think it has to be where you are too. But because, like I said, getting to know myself, I took some shit in the past, and yes, I said shit that I should not have.
Yeah.
I think we've all
I
been
did
there.
I did some things
Hello,
that was
somebody.
like, yeah, like, oh, I think he the one, or he, you know, we gonna get married, blah blah blah. So for him to come out and be that open,
yeah.
I was more open than I probably would have been either, because I was able to admit and say some things to him that I probably wouldn't have told somebody else.
Right.
If it wasn't for the fact that he's slick as a dog, but don't mind telling you he's a dog, we probably would be cool as I don't know what.
Those
'Cause
are usually the
he
ones.
just like cool to talk to, like, you know, open to whatever, and pay attention, like you said, the details.
I was about to say because he had the detail. Like he
Yeah, and
knew.
was caring enough to actually let you know he knows.
And my
you
love,
know
like,
that.
which is we communicate, you let
That
me know
is a
you see
snake.
stuff,
Oh my
like,
goodness.
But
emotionally, he
makes
was
us
on
be-
point.
Listen, he makes to be a
He's
good person,
dangerous.
like, for a friend, but
Nah, you like you said, the devil was in heaven doing what for Jesus? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
no parts of that.
But
I'm
I can
saying,
see why you respect him though, just for being upfront and not stringing you along and
Exactly.
waiting and letting you decide. You
You
know,
need to
okay,
get him on the.
if you want to do this, then
And then on top of that, you didn't even make me feel like you trapped me, because we at a public place and all that. So you know, like all the
I
key
can't
points
act a
you would
fool.
tell your girl. Yeah, like you covered the bases.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what
I
I
ain't
would
never
do.
met a young man that young.
I ain't
that
ever
can
Yeah,
behave
yeah.
like that.
Young.
Not at
old.
all.
No man.
Not at all.
So yeah.
My situation was different than that. So
Tell us about yours.
mine was he was just trash. Like
Most of them are. Most of them is real black and white. Real black and white.
just trash. That we dated for about a year. If not a year, very close to it. Never made me his girlfriend, but he was courting me. So I'm like, oh, this is good Southern.
Yeah.
That part.
Like, I mean, really, like, doing it up with bringing me stuff. If I'm not feeling good, he would bring me my favorite snack. Like, just to be like, oh, I just want to see you today. I know you're not getting out the house type of situation. Like, I'm thinking, me and my friends, like, they hyping me up. Like, girl, I think this the one. You finna get in a relationship with him. Y'all serious. Y'all so cute. He tall. You short. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing. And in my head, I'm like, oh, yeah, this might be the one. Like, they didn't convince me.
Yeah.
Nah, he never made me his girlfriend. Found out he had a girlfriend of like 5 years in a whole other state. And no. This was actually like the relationship right before I got rekindled with Mel and we became like really close friends or whatever. But yeah, he dragged me like a dog. And when I brought it up, he was like, well, I never told you we was together.
They always say that.
And I'm like,
I never told you.
I cussed him out from here to North Carolina because I couldn't even, and honestly, I probably had no right to be mad at him because he was right. Like,
but it's
he
the
never
principle,
said-
like if your actions are saying other things.
Right.
Yes.
But I guess it's why you do have to be clear about what the intentions in a relationship is. That if you are doing these boyfriend type things or girlfriend type things, you gotta be clear about what we're doing. I cannot, mistake that for something else, because in the end it will turn out that you do have a whole other family up the street or a girlfriend across the line.
Actually, they're expecting, because I seen it on Facebook. Somebody sharing
You
his
can't.
Facebook.
You shouldn't be.
You
Oh, he gotta
Facebook
be blocked.
friends?
No, somebody, like, we went to college together, so people would share and, like, congratulate him, and I'm like, is that, like, I'm zooming in the picture, like, is that who I think it is? And I knew the girl because she is, like, Hispanic, so she used to speak Spanish on his page. I used to ask
think
him
you
all
told
the
me
time.
about that.
Yes, I used to ask him all the time, like, who is that? He's like, oh, just a friend from high school or something. he
That's
used to say.
always the key phrase.
And
They
then
just
I'm
a
saying, this
friend.
is before Facebook had C translation, so I can't really know.
You didn't even go to Google Translate.
I was stupid,
What?
girl.
Copy,
Stupid.
paste.
Yes.
Stupid, real stupid, like right across my forehead. And yeah, they're expecting now, and I don't know what they're doing. They're just in a relationship, I guess. I don't know.
He not in a relationship with her either.
Right.
Just having babies.
And even being on the opposite side of that, like having to be in a situation where you constantly having to ask, like, well, who is this other person?
Yeah.
Or why is it that you got so many friends that are girls? Like, I'm a girl and I don't even like hang with females like that. So why you so comfortable hanging with them with a bunch
So
of women?
many.
And your homies all players. So, and you be laughing
1 +
about it.
1.
Things now that, like, before was like you learning, and now you just be like, yep, don't even have time for that.
Yeah, no
Thank
time.
you.
I see it. Thank
Birds
you.
of a feather flock
Together.
Yep.
Very true. So tell me this. This is kind of playing devil's advocate, you guys. If you woke up tomorrow and had to get married to someone, would you pull the trigger and do it?
Who's the
Who though?
subject?
Yeah, like you can't just who? Like,
Somebody,
Somebody in your life right now.
You found the one.
Oh.
You found the one.
Like a random, like we waking up. And
Like
we
90 Day
wake up.
Fiancé?
Like you waking up like Groundhog's Day. Like you waking up and whatever. You found the one, and it's in your conscience that you are with the one, and you got to get married that day. Are you ready to get married?
Oh.
if he the
I get
one,
the
then I guess that means we are ready because he's
Nah,
the one.
where are you? But I'm asking based on. I'm giving you the hypothetical
Based
about
on
it being
who
the
you are
one.
today.
But based on who you are right now, would you say yes to marriage?
Even if you had met the one.
Said that tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, I need more time with Jesus.
You said no.
Not with it.
Oh, you ain't saying.
Yeah, I'm like,
She already done made him. Like she
can't
been doing her bio.
do
She been doing her
that.
bio.
She can't really. She
I'm
can't.
gonna just risk it and say yes, because I'm like, okay, if I found him tomorrow and he's the one, I know in my spirit God
He's the
told
one.
me in my dream, and I woke up and he was right there, that he's the one, that I'm not gonna have, because there are a few concerns and worries and questions that I have. But
Sound like a no.
But if he's the one, then I know that God has already answered those
Hello.
and fixed all
Can't be
those
worried about
concerns,
that.
and I can't. Yeah, I have nothing to worry about if he is my one.
That's a good
So
point.
yes, I will go ahead and marry my one, because I don't want nobody else to get him.
If he's the one, he'll be there when Jesus.
I like the
finish,
way you
know?
formulated it.
I do too.
But
I'm a scheduler.
Yeah,
Like,
I would have
don't
said
know.
no. So if somebody tapped me on the shoulder tomorrow, the one, and not like, Shane, you got to marry somebody tomorrow. No, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I'm not ready for anybody's marriage tomorrow.
Don't we need to talk about this?
Yeah, I can't.
What? Like, I gotta be at work at 8.
And I just have to come to terms with it. This is the topic is like, are you really ready for marriage? So in answering that, do you all think, even throw it out the window about the one, do you think you in a space that you are ready for marriage? My answer is no. I don't think so.
I just got ready for dating. No, I just got ready to be like, you know what? I'm cool. Because if you're trying to be a liar, because that's a space there. It's people that will play that game all the way to the aisle. So I mean, like, I just got to a space where, like, can I discern if you here just to play the role, or are you really here for me?
Agreed.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I'm definitely not in the financial space to pay for a wedding right now. That's
Girl. I can do
but
something on that
I
too.
do understand wedding and marriage. They're
But
separate
are you
entities,
too?
but
Well, say this. Are y'all ready for a relationship? I know we talk a lot about wanting to getting it, so you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
How do you
for
know?
a
How do you know? I'm sorry with you,
relationship.
Chris. How do you really know you're ready for a relationship?
I think I'm ready for a relationship because I feel like I've been single for so long.
You got to give me more than that.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
Let's work it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like, I got it wrong so many times, and I'm just ready to get it right with somebody who's just as ready to get it right with somebody as me. So I don't know. I just feel like I'm ready to share. Like, I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of good things going on in my life, and I'm ready to share my experiences with somebody.
Right.
I'm ready to give my niece some cousins, you know what I'm saying? So, and give my mama these son-in-laws you keep
asking you about.
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like I'm emotionally, I feel like I'm stable. I'm confident and secure enough in myself that I can provide something to a relationship without being like insecure or anything like, or selfish or anything like that. And I feel like the things that I would expect from a man, I'm able to give those things.
Right.
So
this is so
I
important.
think I'm ready.
Good answer. Good answer.
I know I'm ready for a relationship because I now know what a relationship truly is. And I know what to expect in a relationship. And I also know where I want to go and grow in a relationship. So, in knowing that I'm ready for a relationship, I also know that I'm ready to end what is not that. And I think that is the key for me, like, coming to that point where it's like, being able to say no and not settle for comfort. Oh, I'm ready. Game ready. I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Right. I agree. I like that. And I agree. I think I am ready for a relationship, and all the things mirror a lot of what you guys said. And I think that I have not had the honor of going into a relationship for the whole thing, the entirety of it, to be good enough to warrant, going into marriage. And I think that, to experience that, ultimately, you want it to lead to the next step of marriage.
Can I ask a
but
question?
you can.
Two questions?
You can.
What do you think the difference is between a relationship and marriage?
Let me tell you something.
Why do you think? What do you think? Like, I guess I'm just trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
you asked this question because you got insight to give us. Because
What do you think is the difference?
I guess because it's like I can escape a relationship and it for free.
Right.
Marriage,
Yep,
you
the
gonna
papers. That's
Marriage, it costs to get out, but no.
Absolutely.
I just feel like in my mind, a relationship is something that I'm not exactly tied down to. Either I'll be committed. With marriage, I look at like that's like a lifetime thing I'm going to take seriously. I can't get out of that.
Okay.
And I want that to be it. Whereas I know this relationship thing, and both of them may or may not work. But if I'm just in this relationship, it's like, it's trial and error, which I know marriage is as well. But it just seems like it's a space that is easier to get out of than a marriage is. And a relationship, I feel like you really, really put the work in once you cross the line and say, I'm married, so like it's a little bit tougher. Your accountability level is like 1,000% higher once you sign up for marriage.
That is true. Okay, that's true.
And
but it's still a relationship.
Yeah, it is.
And I think the way that Shana defines it, or the way you put it out there to us, the difference between a relationship and the marriage, the relationship hopefully is leading to the marriage, whereas like it's like school, like this is undergrad leading to grad, whatever. But marriage is like doctoral, like and then after that, like that's it. Like we here,
that's
we everything we do at this point we do together. Whereas in a relationship, you still got those pieces of like you.
Yes.
Those the pieces where you still got single friends. You still,
I still have single friends.
Yeah.
I do stuff.
I am the single friend.
I think people.
Me too.
I think people expect. Just speaking from a wife, I can't speak for how he feels. But me, I think people definitely looked at me. People to put too much power behind the role of wife, husband. Now you got to do this. You got to act this way. Oh, you married. You got to do this. It's not like that. You can't prepare for marriage. Like you can go to marriage counseling. You can know that's the one course. Be yourself. Know yourself. Be one with yourself. But you can never be prepared for something you've never done.
Right.
That's
just they say about like becoming a mom. They're like, you can't.
Like, are you ready to be a mom? Like, okay, I'm 8 months pregnant, so obviously my body's ready.
I got
like,
I've got to figure it out when you show up.
I don't know if I'm ready, but you just can never be prepared for it. So like when people see me go on girl trips and stuff, they like even his mom had said something. And I know she meant no harm. It was no shade, but she was like, "Oh, you going out with your friends this weekend?" I'm like, yeah. Like, we are going to Atlanta and I'm going to have fun with this ring on my hand. Like, respectfully. But I think a lot of times people put too much pressure behind the roles and just the title of marriage. And then when you like sit down and think about it, it's just maneuvering through that relationship. Because literally the only difference, a lot of people ask me, what's the difference?
What is it? What would you say is the difference?
I can't even.
Literally, I ask people if they get married, like, how's it feel? They're like, the same.
Right, I'm like,
It's like we have a birthday. I always ask people, like, so how's it feel to be so-and-so? They're like, same as it is.
Like, it doesn't feel any different. You just wake up, like, I don't know.
You woke up and you're like, oh, like,
I'm married.
like we really doing this.
You're happy
going nowhere, huh?
Right, like you really like me. Like you like me that much.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to pay for it and everything. But yeah, it's no difference. I think but when you're in that relationship that is actually going to lead to a marriage, you treat each other a certain way.
Yeah.
So that's why after marriage it just doesn't feel like it's anything extra because you guys have been
Doing that.
Been in that space.
And I like how you say that you can't be ready for something you've never really experienced.
Yeah,
and I
makes
think
sense.
that to add on to your question about if I'm ready for a relationship, like I'm ready for that experience.
That
for
experience.
sure.
Oh,
Because
a
I
good
had-
and healthy one.
Yes,
Yes.
that's something I've never had.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely ready to experience that.
And that would be the exact same reason why I said no, I cannot say I'm ready for marriage tomorrow. Because I need to experience those healthy relationships. And I now understand too what people meant when it was like, you ready for marriage, but you haven't experienced anybody outside of a person.
Right.
And so you don't even know what else there is. And I used to think that was selfish. Like, why everybody just want me to like date other people? But now I understand this because your caliber set at what you know. And if what you know really ain't giving you shit, like you ain't expecting much, baby girl.
That's why
at all.
2019 was my awakening.
And
I
you
was
would hate to have that be your caliber and then you realize what
down
is
the
the
road.
whole world out
and
there.
now you 10 years down the line, 5 kids, you be like, dang,
All this shit
all
out
this
there.
fine. Like me too. Like,
Boy, niggas walking past me. Look. So tell me this. This is the final devil's advocate question. If you woke up tomorrow and found out that you had to be single forever, you going to win this one too.
oh, Lord.
Could you handle it?
Why I'm single?
No, but-
Like what happened? What made you
that
single?
decision?
I don't know if I should answer this one because I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
well, for
all
us
the way
right now
in.
being single, if we woke up and we found out like, do y'all watch Handmaid's Tale? Anybody watch that
No,
show?
but
I
I
wanna
want to
get
get
into
how
it.
we want to
So
do
for
it.
any listeners that watch it, it's like a society where females like have no power. It's almost like what I imagine if Donald Trump could control us,
Oh,
that
gosh.
he would. That's what it would look like. Great show. Watch one. Don't start tonight watching if you're listening to this tonight because you're gonna be up. You're gonna
all
be
night.
tired in the morning because you're gonna watch all of it. But that they woke up one day and basically their life was changed. All women were fired. No access to their bank accounts. You were only good if you could produce kids.
Wow.
So say you woke up tomorrow and it was an announcement like how you get Amber Alerts. All women now have to be single for the rest, for forever.
So
What do you
I'm
do?
gonna jump off in
Did
here.
you just like evaporate?
Yeah, but did the men leave?
So, hold
No,
on,
the men will still
let's
be
leave the
on
men
Earth.
here for right now.
They
So
still gonna be on
okay.
Earth.
and this is just being honest. If I truly have to stay single, if I'm gonna stay sane and stay single, that means I can date.
No, you're not gonna be having no interactions with other
That's
men.
what I'm
either.
like. So
Well, hold on,
you
you
know,
said
men.
single.
So
You
listen,
didn't say
let me give
anything
a
about
caveat. Let me
lonely.
give a
You said
caveat.
single and lonely.
Let me give
are
a caveat because I'm
different.
thinking about the movie now, the show. When I say you wake up tomorrow and find out you have to be single for the rest of your life, meaning that you're not gonna have no interaction. Men still gonna be on Earth, but you can't interact with them.
Interact like
You can't do
period, or,
anything
like,
with them. It's
talk.
almost like they're invisible.
I probably would have a mental breakdown. Here's why.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up.
Because it takes that period of adjustment is wild, especially when you're used to
Yeah.
being with somebody, waking up, seeing somebody, or calling somebody on your way to work, or just
It's a
having
habit.
that interaction every day.
It's a habit.
wild,
And
wild
to get
of
used
transition.
to not doing it, that's almost like going through a death. Or
Yeah.
No,
That's
it
what
is.
the-
It's grieving.
that's
somebody.
what
It's
it is.
like grieving.
You
that
grieve when
person.
you break up and things.
Yeah.
It'll be break
They would have
up.
to lock me up,
That you
probably,
do
for a
have to
bit.
go through that grieving period because it is really like a death.
yeah,
That's
that's why I
like
said
I
I
would
would
have a bigger issue with the fact that somebody's telling me what I can and can't do forever. Like, who made this?
We
Who
can
sent
still
this
see
Amber
them,
Alert out?
like, we
Who
around them,
told
we
me
just
I
can't
can't?
Just
Like,
can't
what
interact
is
with
that? I would have a big issue with that.
Yeah, and I mean,
You know people gonna do it in secret and shit like
yeah,
that.
I mean, with that, and I love my friends, but I don't think none of us want to like be each other's like companion on that level for life. Like,
no.
some
That's all you
things
gonna
I
have. They
just
say blessed
don't-
be. You gonna
Like
have to do
legit,
that.
the girls trip, we take at least we and her from each other at least 4 to 5 days because we just need that. We just spent about 4 days together. We need some space.
Absolutely.
Time with Bay. Like, it's certain things.
So
people
you
are
say you
just
have a
can't.
mental breakdown. What would you do?
Yeah, probably like her. That's like isolation because what you're telling me is.
What I've been doing
Hate
my
to be
whole
hate
life.
to be that person, but like scientifically, a male gives like literally the opposite sex like excites certain things that like you just can't get. Like even if
Yeah.
you're not physically attracted to the opposite sex, you
Right.
still get certain like
Intrigue.
cortisol releases and other things from being around the opposite sex. So if I can't even interact with them, that's like being vitamin D deficient. haha. But still,
Yeah.
like, you know, like,
Absolutely.
things just, it don't work out.
Okay.
Well, I'm not against,
You breaking the law?
I'm not against breaking laws that don't make sense to me.
I was gonna say, honestly, I would just be like, no, I'm not doing that.
No, like, that makes absolutely no sense.
What does jail look like in that society?
In that society with Handmaid's Tale, they take them to somewhere and they have to work in this toxic environment, like with these chemicals.
That's America anyway.
And they end up dying like really quickly. They send them there to die. You just work in these chemicals and you die.
I don't want to die. But
Yeah, you gonna die.
I mean, we ain't interacting with the opposite sex. Technically, it's like
Technically, it's a death.
Right. Are they taking the toys too? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know about those stipulations.
The questions are coming next.
that's why I'm like, I just don't know about that. I'm
It's a tricky one.
frustrated, like
Thinking about it.
I mean, I know I could survive, but I wouldn't. That's a miserable life.
Hell, I've survived this long.
36 years.
But you also weren't told you could interact with males.
you definitely have an option.
No,
It's different from choosing and then not having a choice. That's like growing up and your mama telling you or your daddy, you can't talk on the phone to a certain age. Bet, okay, y'all going where? And y'all want me to babysit? Cool.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right here on
Hey.
the phone. Look.
And looking out the window at the same time. Like, see when they roll
That's
back.
what you'll be doing.
Gone.
Yeah, trying to see who coming. So just wanted to play that game a little bit. But in closing, what I do want to say is, what do you guys think we should do in order to really just celebrate the space that we're in while we're in it? Because I think that ultimately the question is, are you ready for marriage or relationship? And I think the way you summed it up, T-Baby, is the best way, that you don't know. What was the word you said about the experience? You don't know if you are...
Oh, you can't prepare for anything you've never been through. Or
Right.
you've never experienced.
So it's kind of tough to call it, but I think we've done a good job at hypothetically speaking to it and speaking about the space we're in. So what do you think women have to do in order to be okay with celebrating the space that you are in until the situation you want comes along?
I think you have to be around other people who are willing to do that too.
Okay.
Like for me, I became happy with where I was and like comfortable with being single, and those times I had to be alone when I found community of women who were either going through the same thing, or even if they weren't bitter and telling me to
Right.
be single. They were like, no baby, like before you meet a man, like you don't understand like the joy in this time.
Yeah.
Like think about the things you can do, say like it's about the community. So like
It's
they
the
really
freedom.
they need to find people who are going to help them see the freedom and not always bringing up the things they can't do or what's not happening.
I like that. I love that.
That's what I was similar to what I was going to say, because I actually have a few mentees now, and you know they're single younger women as well, and so they, you know, in essence they look up to me as a mentor. And, you know, I don't want them to see me, like, sad and bothered because I'm out here, you know, and I don't have a man, because the man doesn't provide my happiness. I provide my own happiness. And so I show them, like, I kind of lead by example on that front. So they're not thinking they got to hurry up and get married and have a family because that's what society is telling them. So I try to lead by example. And I've even had one call me and get on my case, like, Miss Krista, I've been seeing you living your best life, but you don't be calling me. Blah, 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 blah. Like, but I want her to see, you know, that I'm still out here enjoying life and having a good time, even though I'm a single woman, because it is definitely possible. So that's how I choose to celebrate, and then pass it on to the younger generation. Let them know they can celebrate too, especially when you're younger. Like, honey, please live it up. What is you doing?
I love that, and I've read or listened to a YouTube video about, you know, the difference of before you get to the relationship or the marriage, how to celebrate it, in a sense of there are so many things that you can do, or how your world changes once you enter a relationship, because your time, you have to give up a lot of time and sacrifice things for other people, and not saying you got to give it all up, but you move differently that way. Your money, you move differently. When you're single, you can't explore different talents, journeys. You know, you want to go learn to play the piano or whatever, you may not be able to do that. And most times, you know, you get married or as easily. You get married, most times people start having kids, and once kids come, you know, they sucking up all your time, you know. So it's like,
telling my daddy,
it's no longer yours. Yeah, it's no longer yours. So, you know, and that's the beauty of it now. You know, you see a lot of women that are able to move, or parents, period, that navigating the world, and the kids are with them because the world just accommodates that more now versus how it used to be. And, you know, kids traveling and stuff, you know, I know kids with more stamps on their passport than me, you know. So I think that's a huge part of it, just celebrating that life does not stop before you get to the relationship or to the marriage. It's all about how you view it, how you sit in it, what you choose to do with it. And I would say you really just have to use the time wisely so that when the one, quote unquote, comes along, that you'll know, am I ready for this relationship? And if it pans out as I hope, that I'll be ready for that marriage when and if, that comes about. So I think that about sums it up. So give yourselves a round of applause. And we'll be right back with the Montana Minute. We are now introducing a new segment to the podcast. This is called Living Single. We want you guys to send in any of your relationship questions, if you need advice, or if you just want to give feedback on the show on a topic that we've discussed. Feel free to DM them on Instagram to Shanna Montana, or you can inbox me on Facebook, Living Single, and we'll definitely be touching on these topics on each episode going forward. And now this brings us to the Montana Minute. The first thing, evaluate if you are truly ready for a relationship. Not everyone that keeps asking you about it, not the pressure of looking at social media, not any of that. Evaluate if you are truly ready for a relationship, and then listen to every single episode before now so you can start preparing accordingly. The next thing, stand true and firm to what you want and desire in a relationship, but know you will have to see compromise along the way. And lastly, if you are not ready, that's okay. Just make sure you aren't out here wasting other people's time that may be ready for a relationship and think that you're a viable candidate when you really are not. Okay? So, I'll leave you with the question as always to decide, to be single or not to be. Signing off, Shanna Montana.